ジタバタせずにコーヒーでも入れよう。
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is March 1st. Happy March, everybody. Hopefully, you are having a good weekend. Welcome to another Coffee and Kaiju, where we're going to talk a little bit about Rodan, and we're talking about some collectibles based on Rodan, and whatever else we want to talk about. And who's with me today? But of course, Mr. Fresh Vinyl himself is here.
Hell yeah.
Always forget to turn that loop
twice.
off.
That gets the blood pumping.
Twice is nice.
Good morning.
It's twice the corn.
Yeah.
All right. And also, we got Mike is here.
Hello, hello.
How you doing, Mike?
Welcome, hey, how's it going? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. It is a happy Sunday. It's sunny out. The snow has melted from my property.
For you.
Not at Rich's. Rich says it's snowing at his house.
Not sunny here. No snow, though.
All right. Who's here? Let's look at the comments. Oh, we got a lot of people here today. Holy moly. Look at all these people. Who's this? Hello.
That's my mother.
Hello. Hello, Mrs. Eso. Mrs. Fresh Vinyl. Who else is here? Hello, hello, hello. How you
Filthy
doing?
Biscuit.
Thanks for joining. Hey, what's up, man? Thanks for hopping on, Mr. Soya. Always appreciate it. Hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, hello again. Hello. I wish I had some fresh biscuit to go with my coffee.
I ate mine before.
And but yeah, so we're going to talk a little about Rodan. It turns 70 this year, which is crazy. And that's in Japan. Obviously, it did not come out until August 1957 in the US. But yeah, big movie for Toho. It was their second big kaiju movie, right? After Godzilla?
Yes.
Well, yeah. I mean, Raids again, but I don't know who counts that as big.
Yeah. Well, their second big kaiju, I guess. Unless, of course, let's not shortchange our boy Angelus. But
first color movie, too, for Toho.
First color Toho movie. And I watched it yesterday. Mike, I think you said you watched it yesterday.
I did too,
I don't know if you got around to it, Rich, but I hadn't seen it in a while.
Not since the Godzilla channel. So it's been a while.
Yeah, when it would be on the Godzilla channel occasionally. So yeah, I watched it originally I started watching it on my classic media disc. And Christ, it looks terrible.
Yeah, a lot of people swear by those discs that they're still great, and while it got some great special features on them, it looks like shit on my TV.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I was like maybe 10 minutes in, and I was like, well, first I started the US version, which is just borderline unwatchable. Just like the unnecessary narration at the beginning. Well, it's full of unnecessary narration, but it's got the stock footage of nuclear bombs blowing up and missiles being launched, and the very serious narrator talking.
Like the movie needs more. Like the movie needs more things blowing up.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like feels like Gigantus, the way it's narrated at the beginning with the tests, the missile tests, and all that nonsense that has nothing to do with the movie.
Well, that's US 50 sci-fi for you.
Yeah. So I switched. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to watch this one. Let me watch the other one. So then I was like, this is terrible too. I was like, is it streaming somewhere? And then I forgot HBO Max has the Criterion version of it, even though Criterion's never put out a physical copy of it.
They could. They just don't want to.
Yeah. And I kind of wish they would, because that classic media disc is very, very, very outdated. So
even what classic media's got, it's all yellowed. Like the HD Toho print they're using does not look good.
Yeah, it's really bad. So yeah, but I did watch it. The print on HBO Max is by far probably the best option, I guess. So excuse me, has Toho put that out on 4K yet, Mike?
No. Blu-ray, yes, not 4K. I don't know how many. I don't think they've done a lot of films besides Godzilla in 4K.
Yeah.
None of them on disc. The only ones they put on disc are the Godzilla films. So they don't seem to be much of a rush. I know they've done like a few of them, like Matango and Frankenstein, but they don't want to put them on physical media for whatever reason.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Penzilla? Thanks for joining. So yeah, Mike. I mean, just real quick. I mean, refresh people's memories. Like I said, I hadn't actively sat down to watch it in many years. Like if it was on in the background, I would keep it on. But yeah. So, but yeah,
it's going to be super quick because this is not a very nuanced or honestly, it's not much. Not much happens in this movie. I'll be totally honest with you. So you want a quick rundown of what happens, huh?
Yeah, I mean, just quick little.
So these guys are working in a mine. There's been some flooding. Some people are getting killed. They think people are doing it. Turns out, no, it's giant dragonfly larva, Meganeuron, has been killing people. It shows up outside the mine. They follow it back to the mine.
There it is.
The main character, Shigeru, goes after them, gets stuck in the mines. They find him later. He's got amnesia. Then something's flying around, killing livestock, eating people. Don't know what it is. His memory comes back. Turns out a giant egg in the mine hatched. A giant pterodactyl monster showed up, ate the meganeurons, then flew off. And then jets attack the thing. It lands in the city, stands around for a bit, blows away some stuff. And the second Rodan shows up. They track it back to a volcano. About 10 minutes are spent trying to blow up the volcano. Lots of explosions. One Rodan tries to fly away, can't, falls into the lava. Second one won't leave it, flies after it, and they both die at the end. How is that?
The end. I love it.
The end. Well,
I mean,
the end shows up as they're Brian, as the Rodans are dying and writhing in pain, the screen says the end. It's like, bam, we're done.
It's a pretty accurate synopsis there of
it's not Godzilla.
So yeah, it's like it starts out and I like the stuff with the meganeurons. I like that stuff. And like it's I think that stuff's like well done.
Yeah.
And the mystery of what's happening and stuff is good. And even the stuff with Rodan before you see it's Rodan, like when it's just like, what is this thing flying around? It's pretty cool. But yeah, the last 15 minutes or so just sort of it's like a slog to get through the end of that last 15 minutes.
The beginning is a pretty decent horror film if you don't know what's going on
in. I agree. But then it becomes the monster attack as it is fairly brief, fairly limited to a very small
area.
Yeah. The effects are really cool for the wind, especially, is really neat. Like, I don't think you'd ever really seen anything like that done in any giant monster movie. Like, no American monster movie had ever done like wind effects like that, which is pretty cool. So I dig that. Some gruesome deaths too. The guy in the Jeep, when the Jeep blows away,
you see the little body in the Jeep.
Yeah, he like gets destroyed. He gets smashed against the rocks. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And they show the body in the mine. They drag out later, and they have to
mutilated.
Yeah, the bodies that they're like carrying for the autopsies and stuff. That's pretty. And there's like a long shot of that one dude's dead body as they're like kind of talking in front of it. I'm like, man, that's kind of graphic for a 1956.
And the people in the hospital crying and desperate to see their bodies. It's pretty effective. It's no hospital scene from the first Godzilla, but it's still effective for what it's doing.
Yeah, and it feels like they maybe wanted to like keep that sort of feeling of from the original Godzilla, of the the people trying to get to figure out what's going on with the survivors and stuff like that, but it's just not as well done, and it's not it's very much yeah, I don't know. It's just not it's nowhere near on the level of the original Godzilla.
Because it doesn't have the thematic story. Godzilla had the bomb stuff and all that. Rodan's just a creature.
Yeah, pretty much.
And Godzilla was like he entered the city and like he was unstoppable. He walked through all of Tokyo in one night. Rodan just picks a spot, lands, stands around for 5 minutes, and leaves. It doesn't have that impact.
Yeah, exactly.
As nice as the effects are.
Yeah, they're not bad at all. I mean, and obviously this was never meant to be viewed in high def, but I mean, there's a lot of obvious strings and wires.
Those flying Rodans are kind of weak.
Yeah, the flying Rodan model isn't bad. Anytime they try to make the suit fly, it looks kind of wonky.
I like that shot when they pull him out of the bay when he's flying out of the water.
I do
really
love that.
Cool.
That's a really cool shot.
There aren't a lot of oh shit really cool moments with the effects in this movie, but that was one of the ones where it's like that was cool because you could tell he's in the suit. The wings are moving. You could tell he's in there.
Yeah. I remember as a kid seeing that shot in a book well before I'd seen the movie, and just thinking that was super, like how cool that is that he was coming up from underneath that bridge. That is a cool shot, and there are some really cool shots. This whole sequence here is rad. Yeah, and obviously he's in the suit while they're like, hoisting him up and dropping him back down and hoisting.
Didn't I hear the cable snapped and he fell?
And he fell on the building, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a cool shot, and I have some behind the scenes of that shot there, which is pretty cool. I mean, really impressive.
How about that shot of the building with the rubble falling in front of it, and there are people running past in the windows? That's seamless. You can't even tell how they did that.
Yeah, a lot of the effects are really good, and a lot of the matte work's good. I mean, honestly, some of the matte work's better than the matte work in King Kong versus Godzilla, which is a little bit sloppy in parts. So. There's definitely less noticeable like black lines around the people when they're walking in front of the pre-shot footage and things like that.
Except for some of the planes where they show the guys in the cockpit. That doesn't hold up well at all. But everything else pretty much, except for the mega neurons, I think they kind of take away from the horror aspect. As soon as they show up, they're so damn goofy.
They are. And the thing is, until you see them, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I remember seeing it when I was a kid. Like, Penzilla's saying here, he saw it when he was like 9.
Yeah.
And like that stuff was pretty scary as a kid. And the sound, like Ray. Thanks.
Hey, Ray. The guy getting chased through the mines by the mega neuron.
Yeah, is really scary until you see it. And then when you see it, it's just like, what? It's like, you know what I mean? It's so silly. I appreciate them now for what they are. And again, it was 1957, right? So like, think about big bugs
in a dark, wet cave.
Yeah, and how they did big bugs in those kind of movies.
Earth versus the Spider, all those movies.
Yeah, it was either going to be a puppet, a guy in a suit,
or some live action footage,
or a real bug that they really crappily superimposed on top of like a postcard or however.
Right. Like giant locusts crawling up a poster of New York skyline.
Yeah. Or like how they did it in like Deadly Mantis or whatever. So, I appreciate that for what it is. I don't, they're very silly, but you have to keep it in context. We're talking about a 70-year-old movie, right? So, the other thing that, exactly. What's up, Nev? I like your part where the things happen. That's my favorite part now.
A lot of things happen in this movie.
And the other thing and stuff.
This movie's weird. The characters in this movie are interesting too, because the main character is ostensibly is Shigeru, and he's not in it really any more than any other character. Like he discovers Rodan in the cave.
There's not much to him though.
Yeah, there's not a lot to him, and the military guys and the scientist played by Harada is just as much a main character as he is. The female lead has nothing to do at all except look concerned and cry. Yeah. So
yeah, and minutes and like a lot of time goes by in some scenes with no dialogue whatsoever. It's like the characters don't feel like people; they're just kind of there.
yeah, exactly.
NPCs.
Thanks for joining, sir. Appreciate
Hello.
having you. Thank you. Leslie Chambers, in fair, Rodan's more dangerous because of Godzilla's speed advantage is slow and methodical, or is there? Yeah, I mean, I like that they made a monster that's fast, and that's basically his only power. I mean, I guess we can talk a little bit. There are shots in the movie where he's got some kind of breath weapon that they didn't edit out, which I guess was originally an idea that
Doesn't actually do anything.
that it doesn't show what it's doing or why he's doing it. I don't know if that was just I guess that was left over from an earlier thought that they had that they would give him a weapon. Unless you want to in your head say he's making the wind by breathing, exhaling or something. I don't know, because it's never brought up by any character in the movie. It's never so yeah.
I mean, I don't doubt Rodan could do as much damage as Godzilla, but in the movie itself, he doesn't. He's also not radioactive either, so he's not going to kill people just by coming close to them.
Yeah, none of that stuff is in there. The fact that if he just flies over you at a certain height, like you'll just die is pretty cool. And how he achieves supersonic speed has never been adequately explained.
But they do really make him seem fast in this one.
Yeah.
The thing is, he's flapping his wings so fast to the human eye, you can't tell that he's flapping his wings.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why it looks like he's just flying like that.
Exactly.
Well, we can go with that.
Yeah,
that works.
It's a fun movie. Leslie's asking, which do you prefer, the Japanese or American? I mean, like I said when we first started, I tried to watch the American yesterday. Obviously, it's the one I grew up on. Obviously, it's the one I had on VHS.
I had that too. Yep.
Yeah. It's not good.
I'll give the American version this, Brian. It cuts out the worst effects of the Mega Neuron. Like some of the really bad stuff they cut out.
Yeah.
And for some reason, it's not in the Japanese version. In the American version, when it's chasing the guy in the mine, it lasts a little bit longer. And he has this blood-curdling scream as it attacks him. That's not in the Japanese version. And it always bothered me as a kid.
Yeah, that was creepy in that version too. And again, like I said, that was obviously the version that I would have seen as a kid on TV.
The Japanese version just cuts away really weird. Like before he gets to that, just cuts right to the next scene.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a lesser Toho kaiju movie. I mean, really, it was the third one that they did. I know what it is, it's good. And he went on to be, I mean, he's Rodan. He's
the movie was really popular here. I know that.
Yeah. Great poster for the American version too. I love all the posters for this movie. The American versions are really cool. Like very stylized version of what he looks like, but that's a rad poster. So, and yeah, he's in the big five of Toho, right?
Yeah.
You have to think, right?
Big five.
Yeah, I would think so. So yeah, and having said that, there are a lot of collectibles based on that. But before we get into that, well, we'll do that last. Don't let us leave this episode without getting into Monarch season 2, episode 1, because I do want to talk about it. But before we do that, we'll talk about the collectibles, and we're keeping the collectibles to this Rodan 1956 only. We're not doing just like any permutation of Rodan. We're not going to do the 60s Rodans or the
We'd be here
modern,
all day.
or Final Wars Rodan or Monsterverse Rodan or anything like that. So, you blocking them out with your elbow.
I see a fire Rodan back there, Rich.
I mean, we can. I don't have any slides of them, but we can absolutely look at them if you have some ready to look at. Sure. And these are not in chronological order. These are just in alphabetical order. But of course, you got the classic Bandai, which we looked at extensively on our Bandai episode. So I will refer you to that. Bear model is a nice little guy. I actually have that one floating around somewhere with a few other bear models that I have. That's a cool little figure. Smallish size, but cool. Then of course
there he goes.
The classic bull marks Mike, I'm sure you have at least
I got-
one of those, right?
I got one of those right over here next to me.
There he is. What a beaut.
This one's a really nice one. I like the one with the more metallic blue coloring on it.
Yeah, it's really.
Mine's in really good shape.
Yeah, it is a nice. It's a really nice shape. I think I got mine off of Richard Cox back in the day.
Yeah, Mike Johnson got me this one really back in the day.
Yeah, that's a nice.
I've had this guy for 20 some odd years.
Yeah, he's nice. Nice colors on that guy.
Yeah.
Where are we? And then they got the small. That's also vintage, correct?
Yeah, I don't have that one though, but that is definitely vintage.
And how big is that? Is that like the size of that little Titanosaurus? It's like
Yeah, about this big.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
You can pick it up and put it in your pocket.
Yeah. And M1 basically just reused the molds of the classic. But there's in typical M1 fashion, a lot of beautiful colorways on that guy.
And one of the ones in the Bullmark photo you showed was a Bandai reissue. The one that was blue and silver. So Bandai reissued that too.
Yeah, that mold's been used a few times, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then of course you've got the Marmot Final Paradise, of which there's quite a few different versions. I love this figure, man.
It's cool.
It's so great, dude. I have two of them. I have this one and I have this one. And I figure you should have two because there's two Rodans in the movie, right? So I might as well have two. The paint on this guy's just great. He's a beauty. I think I got this from John Bumpus back in the day. So thank you for him, John. I appreciate it. But yeah, great figure. Sticking with Marmot, then they have the Monster Heaven version, which I also have.
That's so cool. Yeah, I love that.
Cool. Yeah, he's a really nice figure too. I have him somewhere behind me. Where is he? There he is.
I love the paint job on that.
Yeah, he's nice. He's not the easiest guy to get to. I feel like a lot of Rodans aren't the easiest guys to get to just stand there. But you can get him. Power Baby. Also, I have one of those. I do not have that color. I have the more tan color, and then he also comes with a small little flying Rodan, which is cool. But yeah, Marmot went all out on the Rodans. And there's some more by Marmot. That's the little flying one there in the middle. And then I've never seen the other two in person before, but
the blue one's cute.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Then we got Morrison.
It looks like he's melting.
Yeah, the wings on that it's an interesting wing design. Actually, it reminds you of the like the publicity shots of him, where sometimes he has feathers in some of those publicity shots.
The Maquettes, I think.
Yeah, there's one of him standing on top of the mountain. I think he's standing on top of a mountain, and he straight up has feathers. So he has feathers on the Japanese poster actually too. If you look at it closely,
the ridges of the wings, yeah.
So, but Marsan again, a flying version. Those are cool.
That looks nicer than the standing. I didn't even know that.
I agree.
I did not know that existed until just a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's cool. Of course, the classic. This would be actually like my Grail figure if I could ever find one complete and not broken in some way. But yeah, the classic Shogun Warriors. Wanted that when I was a kid, man. Oh, so good. Metacoms, pretty. It's the face and the body are good. The wings are, I don't know, man. They're a little batty.
Like a bat.
Little batty there. Yeah.
Looks more like Gauss.
Yeah. It's a weird take on Rodan for sure.
Two toes. Well, I guess that's kind of look like the Mattel one, right?
Yeah. I mean, because the color is obviously meant to be based on that.
Other one's obviously Bullmark.
Yeah. There's a modern Bullmark version. It's all right. This one's actually kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie. Like I like the pose. I like that he's not just in a static.
It's dynamic.
Yeah, it's kind of clear they took the Bandai one and they kind of went off of that, but then they made it their own.
Yeah, I like it. I like that. The open mouth is nice.
And this one I think has the green and gold stripe on the back, which only the Bandai's got. So
really?
That's kind of nice that they did that.
Yeah. This is one of those ones I've never seen in a store ever. I think Nev collects these. Nev, you collect these? say if you, I bet you have this. I feel like you have all the Playmates ones, but yeah, it's not bad. And then people like to crap on the Playmate stuff, but that's a pretty nice figure for like to find at a Walmart.
And it's especially because for some reason Bandai refuses to do Showa Rodan toys.
Yeah, and it's interesting, and it specifically says like on the box 1956. Yep, yeah, Nev has it. He's nice.
Well, Nev lives in the toy stores. I expect him to have this stuff.
Yeah. Then you got the Popey. It's a nice one. You got one of them, Rich?
Yep, right behind me.
Where's it at?
I see it behind him. There it is.
I think this is one of my first vintage figures from G-Fest 2013.
Nice.
Yeah, the one I've got goes back to the 90s myself. I still have my original Popey Rodan. I should have grabbed it. Oh, well.
Yeah, that's nice.
Got some nice color on it.
Yeah, it really does. What else we got? Sun Guts. I like theirs. These are pretty cute. Sun Guts makes pretty cool stuff, I think.
Love the face. So much personality on that Rodan. looks like a Muppet.
Yeah, it kind of does look like a Muppet. Super 7, I actually think this one's pretty nice.
You got the Bullmark coloring again because the guy who runs the company loves Bullmark.
And I like the packaging on that as well. I think it's pretty cool. So
that is a 60s Rodan, though.
Yeah. Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is.
Because Rodan 64, all the Super 7 stuff has the years after their names, whether they need it or not.
Oh, it does say it on there. I didn't even see it. All right, well, forget that. The Trendmaster ones, I don't know what they are. What Rodan is this?
Fire Rodan, probably.
Rodan.
Is that a Fire Rodan? I feel like it's just sort of like they've just kind of like amalgamated a bunch of different Rodans.
That's Trendmasters for you.
You know what I mean? But it's just Trendmasters was just it's.
I had all of that.
It's so 90s. Like I don't know what to. You know what I mean? It's just they're the most 90s looking things ever.
They were a big deal though when they were out.
Yep.
We all bought them.
Yeah, I know. And now they're all worth a decent chunk of change. It's just funny, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we? Trendmasters. Now we're into the
Figured X Plus is coming
nice
soon.
Ones. I figured, Rich, you probably have a few of these laying around, right?
Yeah, I have the 56. He's back there.
Okay.
It was one of the earlier X Plus figures too. That one.
Yeah.
You can tell by looking at it.
And then there's a
flying. Must have been one of the Rick extras, if I think.
Yeah.
Correctly.
That one's nice.
That's a nice one, yeah.
Isn't that the same one as the one before though that you had?
I don't think because look at the wings.
No, it's the same.
Is it the same?
Is it?
Yeah, it's just posed differently.
Okay. Which one do you have? Do you have it like on hand or no?
Yeah, mine's the problem with the X Plus Rodan is this one and the 64. Because the way the wings, you see how they curl? They're supposed to support him, but depending on how warm the room is and just gravity, they tend to go whoop. So
gotta put something in front of it.
Yeah, your X Plus Rodans, actually, if you see behind me, I got where is it? Varan, you see how Varan's leaning forward?
Yeah.
Varan and Rodan support each other. So Varan's falling because
is the Rodan behind the Mogera back there, Rich?
That's
is
the
that
64,
what I'm seeing?
That's the 64 Rodan, yeah. So your X Plus Rodans need support buddies, leaning buddies.
Yeah, they really do. You're not lying. My my Destroy All Monsters diorama that I have, my Rodan, I had to I got a wire basically that I looped around his neck and wedged into the styrofoam, and it just sort of holds him in place. Otherwise he just immediately tips forward. All right, and then YMSF. Actually, that's a pretty nice little Rodan. Not gonna lie, YMSF's real hit and miss, but it's not bad, not bad. And then there's another one that they did, which I think is actually quite nice. And then we got the Mega Nulons.
Hey, it's cool. I mean,
dude
was the first one to do it.
That figure rules, man. I love this figure. It's one of my favorite Marmots. It's just a big fat boy too. It
was awesome. So nice back then when Marmot was like, here's a Magma, here's a Mega Neuron, here's a Manda, here's a Dogera, all in like the same year.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. Awesome. So I love that figure. And then of course X Plus did one as well. Well, actually, no, before we get to X Plus, Toygraph did the very odd one there.
standing up.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never seen one of those in the real world.
Looks like something out of Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, or Power Rangers or something.
Yeah.
like if Power Rangers did Mega Nulon, that's what it would look like.
Or Ultraman.
Or yeah. I appreciate that they gave it the other leg. It's just kind of dangling there off to the side.
It's actually got 3 sets of legs. The bottom there too.
It's pretty funny. Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah. And then the X Plus, which is also quite
just for a sense of scale on the big X Plus.
Yeah, it's cool.
This is how big it actually is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I mean, this is cool. This is before the modern X Plus. This is back when they were doing like 98, 99-ish. So.
Yeah, I dig it. I think it's really cool.
Fucking huge.
Yeah, it's a big boy. All right. And that, I mean, I don't have any other slides, but if Rich, I know you have some stuff laying there behind you.
Yeah, it's just random other forms.
Random other Rodans. Well, I mean, we can.
Leslie did mention there was another X Plus 56 Rodan that came out a couple of years ago. Yeah, the favorite sculptors line. Pretty cool. I haven't seen it in person, but yeah.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, I mean, 56 Rodan, a decent amount of stuff for a one-off movie. Obviously there's a lot more of the Showa 60s stuff out there. And at some point when we get to when's his next appearance? Ghidorah's three-headed monster, right?
Yeah, that would have been 64. So
yeah. And it's interesting. I mean, he appears in that movie in the volcano that killed him in this movie, which is a pretty nice little piece of continuity. And it's also interesting too about the movie. Yeah, at this point in time, Toho really obviously didn't care about creating any sort of continuity between their movies. Like in this movie, at no point is anyone like, well, that when that monster attacked Tokyo a couple years ago, they're very much like shocked that there would be any sort of a prehistoric monster.
They still have to explain how Rodan could possibly exist.
Yeah. Whereas, once we hit the 60s, it's just like, oh yeah, oh God, here comes another monster to fight with Godzilla. So I actually watched Ghidorah right after I watched this yesterday, and another one where the Japanese version is far superior to the American version. But yeah, Rodan, and I mean the first half of that movie is basically Rodan versus Godzilla.
Yes.
Before it turns into superhero Godzilla. But yeah. So yeah, I mean that's kind of all I got for Rodan. I do want to talk about Monarch. Did either of you guys watch Monarch?
Mm-mm.
And if you watched Monarch in the comments, let me know your thoughts, because shockingly good, I would say. I don't know if I would say it was the best episode. It was a top 3 episode of probably the series to me so far. It was really good. The tons of Kong stuff. Got right to the point. I mean, opened up with an awesome like Kong rampage, which is cool as hell. You very rarely get to see yeah, you're right. He was great. You very rarely get to see this version of Kong being like super aggressive with people. So it was cool. What were you gonna say, Rich?
Well, I have a quick question, and I don't care about spoilers.
No,
where is this taking? Like, what time period are we still before King of the Monsters?
Yes, it's 2 years have passed from the end of the last season.
Okay, so then we're 3 years after 2014.
So yeah, it's like 2017. No, would that make it? Because when was King of the Monsters? 2016. So I'm guessing this is before King of the Monsters at some point, because they say in the show that it took them 2 years to get underground or in the Hollow Earth or wherever the hell they were to find them.
Yeah.
So and obviously they didn't find Kurt Russell, although that plot line wraps up very quickly, and I'm glad it doesn't like stretch out for multiple episodes. Like they're just like, yeah, we know Kurt Russell's the man. Here he is. He's back. Okay, cool.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like by the end of the episode, Kurt Russell's back with the main group. and that's like the factor that really brings up, because them rescuing him kind of incites the main, I guess, plot of the what's going to be the main plot of the show for the season. But yeah, it's what's Leslie saying? It's definitely before Godzilla versus Kong. Yeah, it's definitely before Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
I feel, I mean, they don't mention anything happening from Godzilla King of the Monsters, so excuse me, it could be. I just feel like it's even before that. So, but yeah, you get introduced to a bunch of new little. They're almost like little megalodon looking critters. They're running around that are kind of neat, and then you get introduced to like a big one, very monster heavy. A Pulgasari random just reference thrown in for no reason. Where they talk about a Korean monster called Pulgasari, which I thought was pretty funny. It does the back and forth in time storyline, so you're still getting Wyatt Russell as old Kurt Russell, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, all in all, man, I think I'm real happy with it, man. I would say definitely check it out if you have not already. It's really, really, really good. What is this? I don't understand why this is still before versus Kong and New Empire. Yeah, I don't know either. Well, I assume there's a storytelling reason for it.
Yeah, I think they're trying to tell the story of the whole how we ended up getting to Hollow Earth, and confirming all that and finding these portals. Like, because once we get to Godzilla versus Kong, there's already a freaking portal set up in Antarctica. So how did that get there? We didn't see that in King of the Monsters. So
it's easier to do prequel stuff than to get in the way of what they're doing now.
Yeah.
My biggest problem, if I have a problem with this show, and it's a good problem, is that the show is nowhere near as silly and stupid and quippy as the movies. So like in this show, I can't see how this Kong gets a mecha gauntlet, like he does in the last movie. Like that wouldn't even make, like, it doesn't even make sense in the context of this show. This show is more like X-Files with giant monsters and not like a comic book movie.
And I'm expecting the next movie to be as stupid as hell. That's
absolutely.
I'm expecting it to be. It'll probably be fun, but it's probably going to be stupid.
Yeah,
like everyone should be ready for that right now.
Yeah, but you can do both, and that's my problem. Like, this show's fun, and there is some funny stuff in it, but like the monster stuff's handled right, and it's not like played for laughs. Like the Kong rampage in this show, in this episode, I'm telling you, he's really, really scary. It's awesome, and you don't ever see it. Like it's just like him and him slapping another monkey with a baby monkey. Like, like I don't.
Yeah, people laughed at it, so they're gonna keep doing it.
The movies are just way too Marvel-fied for me, and I love Marvel movies, but
it's what's making the money.
Yeah, so I don't know. Let's see. They better do Space Godzilla justice like King Ghidorah as far as design. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not expecting that. Space Godzilla is a nobody compared to King Ghidorah.
It'll probably look like the legendary Godzilla, but Space Godzilla-fied would be my guess. I don't think they're gonna. He'll probably be slim down. Which
Space
is fine.
Godzilla isn't known enough for them to want to do justice to it. They're going to try to make that their own, I think.
Yeah. So. I've seen a bunch of supposed rumors or.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff probably.
Isn't true. About like I don't know. We'll see.
I saw someone say Kong's getting a whole mech suit this movie.
I saw that as well. Like an exosuit so he can go out in space, which I'm like, if that happens, I might.
I wouldn't put it past them, Brian.
Like, come on, dude. Like, they're going to give him a jetpack. Like, come on.
Kong with a jetpack, I'd watch that.
How Space Godzilla comes to be Space Godzilla. If they're following the same concept from Japan, the movies in Japan, Biollante came first.
Yeah.
I heard Space Godzilla might not even be the main threat.
That's
another rumor. So who the hell knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, you know what? I mean, shit. Since we're talking about upcoming Godzilla movies, Godzilla -0 also is coming out this year.
Crazy.
We talked a little bit about that. Yeah, we talked about that, me, because I do a podcast and Dutch is on there. He's a Godzilla guy. So we were talking a little bit about that on not the last episode, but the one before. I'm actually a little concerned about that movie because I don't want it to be bad. I don't think it'll be bad. You know what I mean? But like, I'm just, that -1 is so good.
I don't want it to do anything that might hurt the reputation of the first one.
That's kind of how I feel too.
And the first one kind of had so much momentum going for it over here, and it won an Academy Award. It made good money. People who aren't even fans were seeing it. The last thing I want is a sequel that's just more monster shit that no one's going to care about. And I want it to do right by the first one.
Yeah.
And there are people who are like, I want King Ghidorah to come back, or Varan should come back. It's like, you just want more of the same.
Yeah.
You just want more Millennium films. And I want a sequel to -1. I want the same characters. I want the same universe. I want the same seriousness. And people are like, maybe it'll be Biollante. It's like...
well, they said what? That an ancient rival or something?
But that could be anything. That could be anything.
What monster comes from near volcanoes?
Yeah. If I had to get... I mean, the most logical monster,
Rodan
honestly... is Rodan is the most logical monster.
Rodan makes the most sense. If a Godzilla could exist, a Rodan could exist too.
Yeah,
like that's fine by me.
Yeah, King Ghidorah puts the movie into a whole different category of now. This is like straight space sci-fi stuff because like there's no
grounded.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just looking at -1 as like Return of Godzilla. Oh, what comes next? Oh, let's do Biollante and King Ghidorah and let's have a universe of monsters. It's like that's not what -1 should be.
Yeah, some fans want Hedorah or Anguirus to appear. Like honestly, I'd be fine with Anguirus. That's a grounded monster that I could see in this universe.
Imagining of raids again. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I also get concerned that they're not going to have the CGI budget for a good monster battle, and if the effects don't look great, people are going to wonder how the first one got that Academy Award. I don't want that happening either. I want the second one to build on what the first one did in America. I don't want people to be like, oh, it's just Godzilla again.
I feel like Toho, they made a lot of money with -1. That they're going to get the budget to make the film they want to make.
I hope so.
While also still, not having to spend $250 million like Hollywood does.
So, no. But I wonder if they can really pull off a real live action monster battle in CGI.
I mean, we're coming 3 years now after -1. Technology's improved, significantly. They've learned, I'm sure, like Toho clearly learned a lot prior to -1, taking what they've learned there and now building it up to. I'm excited. I just can't wait to see what they do.
I think we're all excited. We just have to have some guarded optimism about it.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just worried.
Because people set their expectations unrealistically high. It's like me trying to reach to the top cabinet in the kitchen. It ain't gonna happen.
I think we all know what Supernova is going to turn out to be.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's got any like. Everyone's down to reality with that one. We know it's going to be silly and stupid, so we're kind of ready for it. -1, I have no idea. -0, I should say. I have no idea what that's going to be like. So, and that comes out first.
Yeah.
If we get more of the same from -1, I think we'll be in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I kind of want to. But again, part of me doesn't necessarily want to even see the same characters again because I feel like that story wrapped up, and I know that they left. I know they left the thing open with her and whatever's growing on her neck. I know it. I get it.
But I know they're coming back.
I don't need. But here's what I don't need to have happen. Right? I don't need for my man who finally got his life in order.
Yeah.
To have his girl that he's probably going to marry and have a little family with turn into some giant monster. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need that. That's dumb. Please don't do that.
People want that, and I have no idea why.
Yeah, please don't do that. That's
because
so dumb.
Some people, everything is an end game to the monsters they want. They want Biollante, so like, oh, maybe Noriko's thing is going to turn her into Biollante. We get Biollante toys. It's like, come on, guys.
I don't want Noriko to turn into a monster.
Stop.
I want them to live happily ever after. My man's gone through enough. he doesn't need his wife to turn into a monster.
Yep.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, can we just be done?
Maybe they just boil it down to that she has radiation sickness that she's going to have to live with the rest of her life.
Yeah. I hope it's a plot point that's actually just waved away.
And I also don't want to see, now she has a connection to Godzilla. Who is she, Miki?
Yeah, I don't want that either.
Can we not?
Nope, I don't want that either. They can be in the movie. I'm fine with if they're in the movie having to deal with another monster threat or something. And maybe she's got a scar on her neck, and that's the only mention of it is that she's got a weird scar on her neck. You know what I mean? But like, honestly, man, Titanosaurus would fit in this universe too. Honestly, I mean, so
at the end of the day, though, it's the monsters that sell the toys.
Yeah.
Which is not going to be Titanosaurus.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Godzilla, man. The dude has been through enough. He literally was going to kill himself to save, Japan and his kid and all that. Like,
I want that kid to have a happy family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Do not kill off Noriko. Like, if the end of the movie is Noriko turning into some giant freak thing, like
Virus from Resident Evil.
I don't need that. As far as Hedorah goes, I would prefer Hedorah in the MonsterVerse, I think. Although I think the minus verse would do him better, like would do him more serious, probably. From a horror aspect. Hedorah from a horror aspect would be super cool.
Yeah.
You don't need it to be a space thing that created Hedorah.
They could
just be since
the universe already takes place in the past, they could jump ahead to the 70s and have it be all about pollution.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the question and the pitch I always thought, like for a sequel, is clearly now they said that Godzilla is going to come back bigger. So I always thought, like, if we were going to jump forward, I would let's just go straight to the today, like 2026. But it takes Godzilla that long to regenerate and that he's that much bigger. And but then, like we said, like you're gonna have different characters. The little girl, can't remember her name, she's an adult, in her later years type of thing. But even still, if we go forward to the 70s, still it takes
she'd be in like her 80s, 70s, 80s. If they jump ahead to modern times. If she was a little kid in the 40s, she'd be old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them jumping ahead like a decade and going into the 60s, because I do like the period settings of the movie.
I don't really want to jump. I don't really want to jump back to modern I don't want to jump back into modern Japanese government and modern weaponry and modern technology because we've had so many films of that from Toho. Like, that's why I liked -1 so much. It was just 1940s. It was like they had simple boats and tanks, and that was it.
I mean, honestly, you could jump into the 50s.
50s
and do, fine. I don't know. The poster, set above the clouds, puts me in mind of Rodan a little bit.
I don't want to get back to like Godzilla task forces and Godzilla super jets and stuff. I don't think
this. Yeah, I wouldn't think that this would go.
No, but
Brian, you just made a great point though. It was about the poster being in the clouds.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, when that poster came out, everybody was seeing, they saw my guante, they saw my mother's foot, they saw this, they saw that.
Yeah.
I should have said what's out there. But now it might make sense as why is it the clouds, because it could be Rodan.
Well, another thing I was telling Dutch that poster also put me in the mind of, with that shot of the clouds, was actually, it did put me in the mind of Godzilla Raids Again, because and there's tons of shots in Godzilla Raids Again where they're flying above the clouds.
And he is a pilot.
Yeah.
So maybe having him pilot, and Rodan's a flying monster and he's piloting against Rodan, that kind of makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, like to me, the plot of Godzilla Raids Again is actually, if it was to be like redone and modernized a little bit, but still set in that same time period, that's a cool idea. It's just another monster showed up,
but a lot of people think that too, but everyone can't get Anguillus out of their minds. Like, everyone just wants Anguillus to come back because that's what you do in the second Godzilla movie.
I know.
I'd be fine with Rodan because it just makes a lot of sense. Dog fights with
Sorry, Alex's comment.
I saw that.
I missed that. What do you say?
He saw his mother's ass in -0.
Nah.
I love
I don't want it to be Mothra. I think
No.
Mothra
No,
played
we're
out, but
good
I
with
wouldn't be. Would you
Mothra.
be surprised if it's Mothra? I would.
No. I'd be
Uh,
disappointed though.
Yeah, I would be bummed if it was Mothra.
Well, Toho's making a big deal about the year of Mothra. I'd hate
I know,
for
so that's
Mothra
what
in
makes
this
me a
movie.
little. That's what makes me a little concerned. So,
Rodan does turn 70 this year, so
yeah,
But Toho doesn't care as much about Rodan.
yeah.
fuck Toho.
So we got some other anniversaries this year that we could cover too.
Sea
Sea
Monster.
Monster. Gamera 2
Yep.
was 96, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We can go back to Destroyer. There's plenty of stuff.
Yeah. I really would love to honestly do Gamera 2. I feel like, man, that movie does not get the love it deserves. I rewatched it it's on Tubi. So I rewatched it a couple of weekends ago. God damn, that movie's good.
Been a while. I haven't watched any of the 90s
I'm with you,
Gamera
Rich.
films in a while.
Yeah, dude. Gamera 2 is incredible.
Mhm.
Incredible.
I prefer it over Gamera 3.
I prefer it over any of them. There
Yeah,
was a
I
time where
agree.
that was my favorite kaiju movie since like Destroy All Monsters. It's so good, man.
It's really hard for me to not put something over the first one, only because I was there for it when it came out.
Yeah.
And it's like that movie meant a lot. That movie was such a big deal. It's kind of hard for me to not put that on top over Legion, but Legion is the better movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Daimajin. Yeah, that if we did Daimajin, that might have to be part of like a second. Like if we do Godzilla versus the Sea Monster, maybe throw that in at the end.
Well, all three Daimajin movies were made in the same year. It's just
which is nuts.
Yeah.
And
we could do like Dei 1966 and do the Majin films and Gamera versus Baragon.
Oh yeah, we could do that. Shin Godzilla turns 10 this year. I'm not gonna lie, man. I rewatched that too like a month ago, and I enjoyed it more than I had ever enjoyed it at any point. I don't know what it was about it. I don't know if expectations being that I don't like this movie made me just be like, let me put it on. But honestly, like I liked it. That was the first time I could say that I sat and watched it and liked it. I still have problems with it, but I wouldn't have a problem doing a show on it. I mean, there's a freaking butt ton of collectibles on it, that's for sure. And honestly, there's a lot to say about it. So yeah, GMK turns 25 this year. So yeah, there's a lot.
That's true.
So, yeah, and Kong 76, baby, and King Kong Lives. But I think I'm going to do those on my podcast, not on this. But maybe I'll do both.
Anybody get anything new lately?
Giant Condor.
Did we not record before or after Condor came out? I don't even remember.
We did Condor.
Oh yeah,
I did get the Destroyer.
I want to see that thing is awesome, dude. Dude, that is so nice.
Here's Godzilla for scale.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Dude,
dope.
it is so.
And
so nice.
a half an hour before we started, they revealed Giga Biolante. Go on the Godzilla Collectors group and see the pictures I posted. I won't bother showing it here.
Dude, that thing's awesome, dude. Is it sold out at the Godzilla store?
I don't know. It wasn't a Godzilla store exclusive. I don't know if Showcase or Beast of the East have it.
Yeah, that Destroyer. That's my favorite Bandai Destroyer that I've ever seen. It's awesome.
I mean, now I really want to get the Biolante, and I was kind of on the fence about it.
There's the Biolante.
There it is. Yep.
Ooh,
Thank you, Rich.
That's a Bandai?
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's with the 89 6-inch.
Wow, nice.
So it's about as tall as this Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I legit can't get over how nice that Destroyer is. That like it's really, really nice.
I mean, look at these wings.
Yeah, I mean it's beautiful. That's a great figure, man.
I got the 68 with the Mothra larva coming this week. It's the premium one. But yeah.
Cool.
And I got and neither of you are doing G Fest, right?
Not looking good for me right now.
Doing G Fest.
This would be the year I'm definitely going, and neither of you are going to be there. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm going to Puerto Rico like a week. Well,
that's even better, Brian. Honestly, I don't regret that. I know you don't, but
nah, it'll be fun.
The World Cup. I don't know if we talked about it last time, but because the World Cup is playing 8 games at Gillette Stadium.
Yeah.
A big percentage of the teams from around the world coming in where I work. So Kaiju Brooklyn, I should be at Kaiju Brooklyn.
I'm actually debating it too. It's the weekend of my birthday. I need to look into it.
If you both go, I will maybe I'll go. I mean, I wouldn't otherwise because G-Fest is like right after, and I'm already doing that. But if you're both going to show up at Kaiju Brooklyn, maybe I'll go too. Maybe I'll bring.
I just need to look at lodging because I'm not going to drive up and drive home if I go.
Yeah, it's like an hour from me, so I would just come by for like the morning, the afternoon, and leave. I probably maybe bring Helena with me because she likes the Bandai store there. So
yeah, there's just always stuff, dude. Like it's my wife's 50th is in April, and I'm taking her to a Broadway show. One of her favorite people's doing a show, and then I was like, well, we'll just get a hotel in New York, which is like a goddamn small fortune. So you know, it'll just depend. But
you have other stuff going on. It
life gets in the way. All right. So having said all that, I don't know what you're watching this on, but if you're watching it, everybody, if you're watching on Rich's channel, for God's sake, subscribe to my channel too, you freaking people.
Do it.
Do it.
This is Brian's show.
You can do it right here. There's a link right there in the corner there. There it is, that little QR code. If you want to get any merch, there's a link to pick up some merch. And if you are not currently in the Godzilla Collectors group, there's a link to that. If for some reason, however unlikely it is, you are not subscribed to Fresh Vinyl Live, there you go. There you go. And if you're interested in pop culture and Gen X crap, there's a link to my podcast. So there you go. And I do believe, my friends, that is it. Damn, did we get that to an hour? We did.
We made it an hour. Yeah. Rodan stuff only took us a half an hour.
Yeah, there's not a lot to say about Rodan, unfortunately. So we'll go back to a Godzilla-centric episode next time. Even if the episode isn't movie-based, even if it's just let's catch up and talk about what we got and stuff. Look, my man's. Oh wait, what? Oh yeah, just an hour. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I'm gonna go play Nintendo for the rest of the day.
That's a good idea.
So, and by Nintendo, I mean old Nintendo. So, so everybody, thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, whatever, that crap that you're supposed to do. And we'll see you in a month. And I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but if you have any ideas or suggestions, leave a comment or reach out to one of us and let us know. Because I don't think there's anything big between now and then, movie-wise. So, cool. All right, guys.
All right.
Everybody, have a good weekend. What's left of it.
Yep.
Adios.
How about some coffee?
Coffee? I like coffee.